So we've got 38.5 grains of stay ball match, seeded at 2.575 with 85 grain Sierra flat base Spitzers. Looks good. What do you think about that? That's those Winchester primers that I was complaining about. Everybody said, oh, it's got to be your load. I still haven't heard back from Winchester on that. I thought we were getting somewhere. And then they said several times they tried to send me the packaging to get them returned to them. It's a bad lot number of primers that blow out the corners of the radius. I thought maybe with these really low pressure loads here that it'd be okay, but it ain't. Okay, here's 39.0 grains of stay ball match. It's good. I think those are gonna thump, my dear. Oh, got a little taper to them. Yeah, cool. Man, 243 is such a joy to shoot. You know. Nailed it. Nailed it.
It's dead.
It's dead. Good shooting, tootin'. First shot. Go ahead and pop off some at some of those darn clay pigeons on that berm. What do you think? That's still your little shooter? Well, here's a look at the brass. I've had nothing but problems with these WLR primers. It's a bad lot number. I've talked about it before. This is a really low pressure loading. We're far off of a max charge, and all the other brass looks good. Let's see if I can focus. Yeah, all the other brass looks really good, but that one just split on the radius. Let's see if I can get it to focus right there, and that cuts my bolt face. And I had Winchester argue with me a little bit, and people on the internet argue with me a little bit. And I bought these also from a place called Ally Defense or Armament or whatever the heck. And I bought them a year ago, and what they did was they sent me their 12-year-old lot of primers that are right next door to 2 bad lots that actually got recalled. They never recalled this lot, but they should have. What I don't know is why a company during a primer shortage, they're just taking advantage of folks. They sold me for full price. They're over what I would pay for them at the store. For a lot of 12-year-old primers that a bunch of them have corrosion on them. You can tell they were improperly stored. Like about 3 out of every sleeve has a few corroded ones with a little bit of, looks like, you know, rusty corrosion on them. And they're a bad lot. They sure charged me as if they were premium, like they were federal gold medals or you know, CCI primers, but they're a bad lot number of Winchesters. There you go. That's enough complaining about that. Oh, one thing, I'm glad I'm about done here. I forgot my darn shooting pad and didn't bring my padded butt plate, and I'm already a little bit sore. I haven't been shooting the big guns very much, and so my shoulder's out of shape and I'm hurting, so I'm actually pretty glad to be done. So we'll look at the brass here again. This is that higher charge weight. This is 40 grains of Reloader 15. And there's the flame cut one. But there's the rounded radiuses of the other primers. So no pressure signs to speak of. Nothing that I would consider like, whoa, holy moly, we need to stop. This is a high pressure load. But another flame cut primer, 1 on each charge weight with this Reloader 15. So it's Winchester. I'll post up the lot number with the video. So we got about a 2-inch group here, about a 4-inch group here. That I was a little flinchy on that shot, not rested well. And we got about 1.5 inches here and about a 2-inch there. So all this that satisfies me for this loading. I'm not doing a full workup. I'm not going to do seeding depth. I'm not gonna do anything. Just trying to find a suitable load to shoot those bullets to shoot a deer. And that's, look at that. That's plenty small enough to shoot a deer. We're good to go. So this is going to be where I go. I'm going to go 39.5 grains of Reloader 15. That should be putting us right around 3,000, 3,100 feet per second with this bullet. I'll shoot it through the chronograph later, but we're fairly well set up. It's cloudy day. Whenever I got clouds, that chronograph acts up. So we'll just come back another day. All right, what do you think?
Forgot how fun it is to shoot.
It is pretty fun to shoot.
Yeah.
Once you finally get the bigger stuff back out, that's when it turns back into recoil therapy, huh?
Yeah.
It's not really recoil therapy shooting a 223. That's just
No.
plinking.
This is pretty pleasant.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go check out that group.
Ew.
What do you think on that one?
I think the fourth one was a bad, I think I flinched.
Which target were you shooting at this time?
To the right.
I'll go ahead and show you guys. This is a bit of that corrosion that I was talking about from that I think these were improperly stored. I just am pretty sad that I sold these for premium price, you know, is what it is. All right, let's go check that out. Okay, here's her last group. It's just gonna be a group of 4 because it's all the more bullets we brought with us. Finally got that scope. The up and down adjustments are not correct. It takes a lot of clicks to make do with your up and down. Get him?
Yep.
Okay. There's some jugs just there. They're 2-liter bottles. They don't have any water in them or anything. They were out here. Garbage would take them home when we leave, but we stood them back up because it's 100 yards here, and I'm gonna shoot at it with my 1911. This is that 1911 that I did a video with just yesterday, and it marks high, marks really high, and so I call it my 100-yard pistol because it's more accurate at 100 than it is at 50 or 25 because it marks so high. It's actually like dead on 0 to 100 yards, and it's just a little 9mm.
You just nicked it.
These are round nose. Those are those flat point bullets, those 125, 357s.
Okay.
These ones will do a little better at 100 because they're cooking a little faster. I'll aim for that orange one that you set up over by that tripod.
Okay.
I hate to say it, if that was a dude out there, he would not be happy that we're plinking at him. I like using these old tubs because they just last and last forever when you're shooting at them. And you can staple your targets to them pretty easy. I've always liked shooting at these old tubs because when you come out to a range that doesn't have nice boards for stapling to, it just works out pretty nice. This is Sadie's first time with the M18. So we got a target out there about, I don't know, 15, 18 yards. I walked it out, forgot my rangefinder. But she's gonna shoot a 10-shot group at the bottom dot. And then she'll switch over to the P320, that X5 that I put the match barrel in, and shoot the top dot. All right, go ahead and clear the weapon. Here, drop that mag and put this one in there. You can shoot your last round. That's pretty good groups for standing offhand, huh? All right, guys, so here's the deal. These public shooting ranges, and you know, I know we've all shot in rock pits out in the West and, you know, gone out to patches of BLM land and you know, public state land or whatever and gone shooting. And, you know, I can tell somebody down there built a target frame and left it because they're presumably going to come lean a piece of plywood against it and shoot at it again. But the garbage, that is the quickest way to get the government to take away something that we love, and that is to not clean up after ourselves when we come out here. So, and I've watched it happen so many times from when I was a kid until now that, you know, I can only bring out a box or whatever, a garbage, you know, whatever my clay pigeons came in or shot shells when we were kids. But then somebody would take away a shooting range, and that's why kids today don't get to go out and shoot on a weekend. You know, I'm thinking teenagers. Like when I was in high school, we could go out and shoot clay pigeons at various locations that now have gates on them. They're closed because grown-ups, presumably, punk grown-ups, won't clean up after themselves, and they ruin it for a whole generation of kids. And then those same grown-ups will complain, kids these days, they didn't get to grow up, they didn't, that's because they didn't. Well, that's because you ruined it for him. So please pick up your garbage. If you come to a range, bring home some stuff that ain't yours. This thing's pretty fresh yet. This range, they just opened it, so there's not much garbage here, but I'm bringing home what's here. And please do that. Please keep your ranges clean, because the government, you know how much they love to take stuff away from us. It's very rare they give us anything. And this range here, this thing's a gift. Especially if you guys, I know some of you guys watching, you're from around here. Boy howdy, please police yourselves. Keep this thing clean. They will take it away from us, and we don't want that.